Here we are again. So we have covered functions, we've covered calculus. Now we're doing number patterns. Also, it's like a 35 mark question. So, guys, you can see that it's easy for you to pass maths. I mean, you just have to understand the few basic stuff, the easy stuff. So let's look at a number patterns. Just a small overview first. When we're looking at number patterns, we know that we have an arithmetic pattern, we have a quadratic number pattern, we have a geometric number pattern. But now in grade 12, we are introduced to what we call sequences and series. So we have an arithmetic series, we have a geometric series. Then after that, everything starts being beautiful. We know how to calculate the general term of an arithmetic sequence. We know how to calculate the general term of a geometric as well as a quadratic. The quadratic is the one which has the second common difference. The arithmetic is the one which has the first common difference. And now the geometric is the one which has a constant ratio. So I thought boring you and wasting much time. Let's dive into questions so that it can be more fun and everything. Now, an arithmetic sequence series has a common difference of 4. Wow. So this is question number 2. Let's write it down. So on question number 2, an arithmetic sequence, a series, sorry, has a common difference of 4. So in other words, we are given our d to be equal to 4. Then after that, we are given 3x minus 1 and 2x plus 8 are the fourth and the seventh terms of the series. Wow. So we are also given t4, which is equal to 3x minus 1. And we are also given t7, which is also equal to 2x plus 8. Then the question goes as, determine the value of x. Wow, these guys have quite a lot of time on their plate, because we now know how to determine the value of x. I believe everyone knows how to determine the value of x, because we now know that we are given a common difference, which is d is equal to 4. Then we're given t4, which is equal to 3x minus 1. Then we're also given t7, which is 2x minus that. So in order for everything to be nice, since we are given our d there, so we know that between these two, we know that if we have our original function, we know that t n is equal to a plus n minus 1 times d. So if it's t4, which means this is a plus 4 minus 1 times d is equal to this value, which is 2x minus something. Let's check it. Let's actually do it so that it can be more fun. So that will be 2x, oh sorry, 3x minus 1. So this will be a plus 3d is equal to 3x minus 1. Then for t7, that will be equal to a plus 7 minus 1 times d equal to 2x plus 8. Then here we go, sorry, here we go. Then we have what? A plus 6d is equal to 2x plus 8. Then after that, we can now formulate our equation. So without wasting much time, literally, we can be able to see that 60 minus 3d, that will give us what? 3d equal to, then after that, we say 2x plus 8 minus 3x minus 1. So you see, this is our equation 1. This is our equation number 2. So we are saying equation 2 minus equation 1. Okay, don't get confused there. So equation 2 minus equation 1. So a minus a is equal to 0. 60 minus 3d is equal to 3d. Then now 2x plus 8 minus that. That's what we are now solving here. So this will be 3d is equal to 2x plus 8 minus 3x plus 1. Then we know that our d was given as 4, because that's the common difference there. That's the common difference there. Let's increase this one a little bit. Here we go. That was our common difference there. Then is equal to negative x plus 9. Then, of course, this is 12 equal to negative x plus 9. Then um, x is equal to 9 minus 12. Then x is equal to negative 3. So the value of x we are looking for is just equal to negative 3. Just like that. Easy stuff, just understanding your English and be able to apply the English which you have listened to. Now, calculate the first term of the series. Why are you asking us stuff like this? In other words, they want us to calculate the value of a, guys. So we know d, we just have to just substitute and we can be able to get our value of d. So what we said initially is that we can substitute, or we can write our equation of t4, which is term number 4 here, as this. You still remember? So we can still write that our t4 is equal to a plus 3d is equal to 3x minus 1. Then it's a plus 3, our d is 4. Then now we now know that our x should always be equal to negative 3, because we've solved that. Then we have a plus 12 equal to 3 times negative 3 is negative 9 minus 1. Then a is equal to negative 10 minus 12. Then now a is equal to negative 22. Simple as that. Okay. So what is important is to understand what the question wants, understand the English of the question. Then after that, you can be able to calculate whatever they want. Now, sum of the first 42 terms. Wow. So everything is already given for you, because now you just go and say Sn, which is the sum of the first 42 terms. You start by writing the original equation, which is n divided by 2 multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d there. Then after that, we want the sum of the first 42 terms. So this will be 42 over 2 times 2. Our a is negative 22 there, plus here we go, come on there. Then that would be what? Negative our n is 42 minus 1 multiplied by our d, which is 4 there. Then as always, we use our boss Casio calculator. So now using your Casio calculator, what's the answer? So I'm also using mine here. So it's 42 divided by 2, and we know that 42 divided by 2 is just 21. So you can just say 21 multiplied by 2 times 20, negative 22, that's negative 44 there, plus then that will be 43 multiplied by 4 there. Then after that, I'm getting my answer to be 2520. So you use your calculator where you are, then you should be able to get the same answer as I am getting. Now let's look at 2.2 there. Don't have time, guys. We don't have time. We must work according to time. We are working against time. 2.2. The first term of a quadratic number pattern is 61. Okay, quadratic number pattern. What do we know about the quadratic number pattern? It has a second constant difference. So since it has a second constant difference, which means our life is already easy. Now they have told us this is our first term of the quadratic number. They are also given tk is equal to 4k minus 26, which forms the first difference of the quadratic number pattern. We all know that the first difference of a quadratic number pattern makes the arithmetic pattern, so which makes our lives easy. So they are now saying write down the second and third terms of the quadratic number pattern. So this is easy, guys. So how can we write the second and the third term of the number pattern? Easy stuff. So t2 will be equal to 39, and our t3 will be equal to 21. Okay, so we were given tk, which is equal to 4k minus 26. Then for t1 there, t1 will be what? 4 times 1 minus 26. So otherwise the first term of first difference, first term, yeah, it will be 4 times 4 minus 26. That will be negative 22. So we are given that it's 61, first term of the quadratic, then this is term 2. So the difference between these two is going to be negative 22. So when we are going forward now, we add the 2. That's when we're saying 61 plus negative 22, then we get 39. That's how we got this 39 here. Then for t3 now, we now know that we have another term here. So it's going to be t2 of this arithmetic sequence. So that will be 4 times 2 minus 26. Yes, again we use our Casio calculator to get the value. Then after that, that will be 2 times 8, then 8 minus 26, that's negative 18, which means we have a difference of negative 18 here. So 39 plus negative 18 there, that's why we are getting 21. So that's why I'm saying that the term number 3 of the number pattern is 21, and t number 2 of the sequence is 39. Now they're saying that if the nth term of the quadratic number pattern is given by that, calculate the smallest value of this calculate the value of the smallest term. This is tricky. I thought they were going to ask us about the general term, because we were already ready to calculate whatever they wanted to ask us. But nonetheless, let's calculate what they want. They want the smallest value. So since we guys know and understand the calculus part and the differentiation part, so this makes our lives already easy, because we say that this will be what? 4 times 2, 8. Then also we said it's negative 18 there. Okay. So now we are on 2.2.2. So since we know that Tn is equal to 2n squared minus 28n plus 87, then the smallest value, which means we must find the derivative. So we just said Tn prime is equal to 4n minus 28. Then after that, we say Tn prime is equal to 0. So for smallest, we need to know this. Then after that, 4n minus 28 is equal to 0. Then 4n is equal to 28. Then divide by 4 there. Then we have our n value, which is equal to 7. So when the n value is equal to 7, then we can be able to get our value of the smallest one. So now we can now substitute t7, that would be 2 multiplied by 7, all squared minus 28 times 7 plus 87. Then after that we can be able to get our smallest value. So that would be 2 times 7 squared minus 20 times 7 plus 87 there. Then I'm getting negative 11. So the smallest number in this sequence is going to be negative 11. So we are just playing around with the English terms which they are giving us there. Then after that we're having 2.2.3. A constant k is added to tn, okay, such that all the terms of the quadratic number patterns becomes positive. Now they say determine the value of k. This is easy, guys. Why? Because they've already told us to calculate the smallest value of k, which means if that was our smallest value of k, which means now we can easily see and be able like, okay, so this is just the answer. The k value must be greater than 11, because if the smallest was negative 11, which means every number must be greater than 11. Now we're just trying to push the negative now and to divide both sides, and now we can have our k must be greater than 11. Just like that, we are happy and we have your correct answer there. Let's look at question number 3. Let's look at question number 3. Given that p is equal to 0.7, then there's that dot, which means there's a recurring 7777777. Now they say on 3.1.1, write down p as a geometric series. Easy stuff. So now it's question number 3. So write down the value of p in geometric series. How do we do that? So we do that by solving this step by step, but in a smart way. So since we're given that dot, which means this is a recurring, which means we're given 0.7 dot, which is 0.777777. So when you're writing this is a geometric series 3.1.1, this will be what? 0.7 plus 0. This will be what? Equal to 0.7 plus 0.07 plus 0.007, then until we go forward, because now we were given this dot which shows that this is a recurring. Now they say that represent this as a series in sigma notation. So in sigma notation we must first know what is our value of a. So our value of a is 0.7. Now we should also know what is our value of r. Our r is always equal to t2 divided by t1, which is equal to 0.07 divided by 0.7, then we get 0.1 there. Then after that, we should also know our equation, the general term. This is AR n minus 1. So our A is 0.7, our R is 0.1 n minus 1. Then after that, we can now say, therefore, the sigma notation will be P equal to the summation from n is equal to 1 to infinity, because you can see that this is a recurring. Then we write our Tn formula there, which is 0.7 multiplied by 0.1 to the power of n minus 1. Then bingo, we are happy to go there. Then they say that on 3.1.3, determine the sum to infinity of the geometric series as a proper fraction. This is easy. Sum to infinity. Even the formula of sum to infinity is given on your formula sheet, so you don't even have to worry about anything. So this is a over 1 minus r. What is our a? 0.7 divided by 1 minus, what is our r? Our r is 0.1. Then after that we can use our calculator, then you get 0.7 over 9, because they said just leave it as a proper fraction there. Then now let's look at number 3.2. Then in a geometric sequence, the sum of the 9th and the 10th terms is 6 times the 8th term. This is straightforward. Determine the values of r, the common ratio of the sequence. So this is what is important. I'm not going to do this one. I want you guys to do. I want to see if you guys are listening properly. So they're saying the sum of the 9th and the 10th term. So we're saying T9 plus the 10th term is equal to 6 times the 8th term. So this is what they are just basically saying. So just to give you a heads up, we know that Tn is always equal to AR to the power n minus 1. Now they're saying that T9, now we look for T9. T9 will be AR9 minus 1, which means it's AR to the power of 8. Then T10 will be equal to AR to the power of 10 minus 1, which is equal to AR to the power of 9. Then T8 there will be equal to AR to the power of 8 minus 1 equal to AR to the power of 7. Now T9 will be equal to what? AR to the power of 8 plus AR to the power of 9 is equal to 8 times the 8th term, so AR to the power of 7. Thereafter that, we can solve this problem from this question, and now we can solve it. So this is basically what you're supposed just to do to solve this question in this format, and you'll be happy. So we can divide by ar to the power of 7, divide by ar to the power of 7 on both sides there. Then now we can see that this will be a and a cancelling. That will be ar to the power of 8 divided by ar squared plus ar to the power of 9 divided by ar squared equal to 8. So I broke it down so that you guys can see that. So you can see that this and that will cancel, then we'll be left with r plus, then we'll be left with r squared equal to 8. Then that will be r squared plus r minus 8 is equal to... I didn't want to solve this question. I wanted you guys to solve this question. This question is so nice. This question is so easy. This question is so straightforward. But okay, it's fine. You guys wanted me to do it. Let me see something. They say that it's 6 times, not 8 times. Sorry, guys. I thought it's 8. So yeah, it's 6. 6 times the eighth term. So we have 6, not 8 here. Okay. Then after that, we get solve. Of course, that would be r plus 3. Then r minus 2 equal to 0. So our r will be equal to positive 3, or our negative 3, or our r will be equal to positive 2. So I didn't want to solve this, but it's fine, guys. I've done it for you because I love all of you guys. So without wasting much time, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any question, guys, as always, please do feel free to ask us anytime, any moment, and we'll be able to engage more. Without wasting much time, Danko, which means thank you. Have a good evening ahead.